But should you do it as a job? It depends on a lot of factors. So we're gonna discuss that a little bit. Now this is what I would say if I was gonna craft the perfect professional content creator, someone who does content creation as a job, if I was gonna craft them in a lab to have the exact personality traits, these are the personality traits that I would give them, okay? So number one, obviously you want to be creative. You have to be able to think of good ideas, you need to be able to do stuff that not everybody is doing, you need to be able to make unique content that people are going to watch rather than watching anything else. Secondly, you gotta be funny. I think no matter, even if you're not making comedy content, I think being funny helps you no matter what. Being an engaging personality is going to help you make content, even if you're like because like you can be a fashion influencer, you can be a whatever, you can be a music influencer, but I still think being funny and having a good personality is going to make that content better, even if the content doesn't necessarily like have to be about you being funny. Okay, it doesn't have to be comedy content in order for you being funny to make it better. Thirdly, you want to be passionate. You gotta be passionate about whatever you're talking about, okay? Because the more passionate and the more genuinely passionate you are talking about something, the more people are gonna want to watch it. Like, people are always gonna want to watch something from someone who's passionate talking about something rather than someone who hates it. Even if you're talking about something really, really dry and boring like maths, would you rather listen to someone who hates math and like doesn't really give a fuck about math to explain math to you? Or would you rather have someone who has devoted their life to math, loves it, enjoys it, like genuinely thinks it's fun, thinks it's interesting? Even if you don't give a fuck about math, you're gonna want to listen to the person who's passionate about it more. Now, you gotta be determined as well. Because like, it is hard to be a content creator. It's hard to be a successful content creator. You need to be determined that this is what you want to do. Because if you're kind of like flippy-floppy about it, if you're like, I'm kind of just doing it, but I don't like care really if I don't know if it's what I want to do, I don't really care about making it successful, it's not going to be good. Like, you need to be determined that you're going to be posting for a long time with making basically no progress, like getting no views, getting no traction for a long time before you start getting anywhere. Like, that's just how it is. Like 1 in like a billion people makes their first video and blows up off it. 99% of people, they post for a long time before they start getting anywhere. And even when they do start getting anywhere, it's like slow growth, okay? So you need to be determined. You need to be able to keep doing it for a long time, just off like your own passion before you start needing people watching it. Next up, you need to be a strategic thinker. You need to be someone who can see a potential opportunity and make it get the most out of it, okay? You need to be thinking, all right, these are the things that I'm good at, these are the things that I'm bad at, these are the things that I can use to help myself get bigger, and these are my weaknesses that I need to kind of get rid of, okay? Do a little SWOT analysis, okay? But yeah, you just need to be someone who's like, oh, I see this. Oh, like for me, for example, as like a gaming streamer, right? You would go, ooh, this brand new game that is really, really, really good has just come out. Not many people are talking about it. I could be the person to stream it, and then when this game is really good, so it's likely to blow up. So if I stream it, and then it blows up, people are going to be watching my specific content about it, right? So you need to be thinking like that. You need to be looking for opportunities for growth all the time. You need to always be thinking about how you can progress your content and like get bigger. Next, you need to have good morals. I think to be a very, very good professional content creator, you need to be of good moral character. Because even if you make very, very entertaining content, if you're a bad person doing bad stuff, people are gonna find out. Like, on the internet, people are gonna find out about any sort of shady shit that you are doing. Whether it's sooner or whether it's later, people are gonna find out. So, like, just don't, like, you need to be a good person. And I know a lot of content creators who have gotten big were not good people, but eventually people found out about all the shady shit that they're doing, and then it made them take a big hit on their popularity, right? And they had to sort of like, they sort of got knocked down, and then they made the effort to come back again, for better or worse, you know. Like a lot of shitty people who are content creators have managed to survive, but that's just like, it's unfortunate. But I think the people who are going to stay at the top for the longest amount of time are the people who are genuinely good people, who have genuinely good moral character, who aren't gonna be shut down by like doing something shitty and then getting caught about it. I think you need to try and do your best to be good. Now, willing to learn new skills. This is a really important one, because when you first start out being a content creator, every single thing that you do, you need to do it yourself. Like, you can't expect anybody else to do it for you. You have to learn, you have to put in the effort to learn to do it yourself, okay? Like, let's say you want to do YouTube, right? You have to learn how to video edit, you have to learn how to make thumbnails, you have to learn how to make titles, you need to just learn how to film properly, like have good audio, good visual. You need to know all that stuff. And because like, you're the one that's doing everything, so it's like you need to be able to be willing to learn these skills and to practice these skills to get good at them in order to get anywhere with it. Because like, when I first started, I didn't know how to fucking do anything. So, but then I had to put in the effort to start video editing, okay? Like, my first ever YouTube video, I don't even know if it's still up on my channel or not, but all it was like a 20-minute cutout video of me playing Fortnite and talking. It had zero editing, it had zero anything, and I was like, wow, this sucks. After I posted it, I was like, wow, this is horrible. Like, I would not watch this as a viewer. Nobody was going to watch this. And so I was like, alright, I need to learn how to video edit, because that's what all of the big YouTubers do. That's how the videos become good. And so my second video, I actually edited. Like, I actually went into DaVinci Resolve, I edited it. It was still horrible. It was horrible. It was a horrible quality, but it had editing in it. And then every video from that, I did more and more and more editing. And I'm still learning how to edit. Like, I'm still trying to get better at editing. Every single video that I post, I'm trying to get better at editing. So it is, like, you do have to put in that effort. It's been 3 years of me doing this, of learning how to edit. Like, you do need to put in that effort to learn the new skill, practice the skill, and there's, like, so many different skills that you are going to have to do this with if you're trying to make good content. No matter what the platform is, you're going to learn new skills. Next up, Kaizen. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what Kaizen means, it is a philosophy. I believe it stems from Japan. It is a philosophy that basically, anything that you're doing, you need to always be trying to get better at it. Every little bit of your content that you make, every single piece of content that you make, you want to try and get better at it every time. Even if it's only by like a little bit, you want to try and get better at it. Every time I stream, I'm like, alright, these are the things that I want to improve on with my streaming. These are the things that I want to improve on the next time I post a YouTube video. These are the things that I want to improve on next time I post a TikTok video. Alright? Like, you need to have that philosophy, that mindset of always trying to improve on every single part. Because if you continue to stay the same and you don't grow, people are going to notice that, and people are going to be mad about that, right? So you need to always be trying to get better for yourself and for the people watching your content. Now, have a lot of hobbies and interests. I think that having a lot of different hobbies and a lot of different interests will help you so much as a content creator, because it means that you are bringing all of these different flavors into your content, right? If you're someone who does not do anything, has no hobbies, has no interests, all they're doing is hopping on stream to play Fortnite, but they have they have nothing to talk about except for the game, people are going to get bored about that. People are interested in hearing about like all of these different things that you're interested in, all of these different things that you do aside from streaming. And you can then, if you have hobbies and interests, you can bring them into the stream, and it elevates the content, and it gives you more options for things that you can do and make content out of. So it really, really helps to have all of this extra stuff to bring in. Like, especially if you're like talented, if you're a good singer, if you make music, like play an instrument, if you have what else? If you have any like special skills, or even if you're just like interested in a lot of stuff. Like I'm really interested in like dinosaurs. I'm really interested in anime. I'm really interested in Greek mythology. Like all of these little things. It just gives you more to talk about and more stuff that you can make content about, right? It's the same as like when you're meeting a new person. It's the same as when you meet a new stranger. Like, let's say you go to a party, your friend goes, "Oh, this is Phil. This is Philip. I think that you and Philip would get along." If you are really, really fucking boring to talk to, and they go like, "Oh, so like, what do you do for fun?" And you go, "I don't know. I don't really do anything." Or if they're like, "Oh, what are you interested in?" And you're like, I don't know. It's like Philip's not gonna want to talk to you, right? But if Philip asks you what you do for fun, and you say, "Oh, you know, I play badminton on the weekend. I am a professional swimmer. I'm in a band. I'm a painter. I do juggling. I just graduated from clown school. You know, I'm really into anime. I'm really into this all sort of stuff." It's like you're gonna have a lot to talk about. You're gonna seem interesting. And Philip's going to want to talk to you. Philip's going to want to be your friend, right? It's the same sort of process. I'm going to be learning art soon. See, art is a really, really good skill to have. Like, no matter how skilled you are at art, you can help it. Like, that will help boost your content. Because you can be like, "Oh, I'm learning art. This is my, like, progress." Like, if you saw about a year ago, PewDiePie posted a video where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be drawing every day for like 100 days or something," and he like showed his progression, and people were like, "Oh my god, he went from like not being able to do art at all, and now he's like fucking cracked at drawing." It's like, so you like, that's something you can do. If you're already good at art, you can like show off the art that you do, and people are gonna be really interested in that. It's like there's so much shit that you can do. Anyway, so like I think that's a really, really important one. Next up, being tapped into online culture. Again, I mentioned this at the start, but I think this is really important. It's the same as like, because if you're trying to work in content creation, you want to know everything that's happening in your industry, right? Because that is your professional industry. It's the same as like if you work in any sort of industry. If you work in software development, you're going to want to be tapped in what is happening in software development, because that is going to affect your job. Like if you're going to want to know what's going on with AI, because that could potentially affect your job. If you work in finance, it's like you're going to want to know what's happening with the economy, because that could potentially affect your job. If you're a teacher, you're going to want to know about all of the stuff happening with teaching, you know? Because like the more you know about your industry, the better you're going to be at doing it, right? The more you know about your job, the better you're going to be at doing your job. And again, people love, specifically with online stuff, people love hearing different people's opinions on what's happening with content creation. It's like every event that happens, people are going to be like, "Oh, I want to hear specifically what this content creator opinion on this like piece of drama that just happened is," you know? People love hearing about that. And finally, not affected by the opinions of others. I realized just before stream, I probably could have just put this as like resilience, or like resilient, but I think you need to be very much like water off a duck's back about people's opinions about you and about your content. Because like it is important to, if people are giving you constructive criticism, obviously that's good to see. But if it's purely just like hate criticism, then you just need to not sort of let that happen. Because even like the best content creators who do nothing wrong, they're just themselves, they make good content, they're passionate, they're positive, all of those content creators get hate, you know? Like we're gonna talk about this a little bit later, but like, no, like the bigger you are, the more haters you're gonna have, and the more criticism you're gonna have. And so it's like you need to be very resilient about that sort of stuff. But yes, so take a picture of these. These are the skills and the traits that you should have if you are a content creator. These are like the perfect traits, in my opinion.